leader. She's a Success Club 5 All-Star legend. She's a mom of 4. She's a bakery owner. That's difficult in and of itself. She's a teacher, and she's sick today. She actually wrote that on the note card for me. She's sick. She has strep throat, and she's here with us today. Do you want the clicker? And you'll need this too. And here's the thing. Alicia has an incredible story, an incredible passion for this business, and a purpose. And she is going to share that with you guys today in hopes that it inspires you, because maybe you look at her journey and you say, she can do it, I can do it too. Take it away.
Thank you, Melanie. So first I need to apologize for my voice. I just thought I have one at all. It's a little raspy, but it will do the job. And I want to talk to you today about overcoming obstacles in your personal fitness that may affect your business, and how we can take those obstacles and make them, actually work to your advantage. For me, that has 100% been the case. But before I go there, I want to take you back to before Beachbody. I had my 4th child in 2013. I think I was 5 months postpartum, and I had been watching this girl on Facebook. I didn't know her personally, but she worked with my sister-in-law, and we went to the baby shower together, and so that's how I added her on Facebook, but I didn't know her. I'd been watching her, and she was doing Insanity. I'm like, no way I'm doing Insanity. But she posted a transformation, I will never forget it, and she was wearing a bikini, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get into a bikini as a mom of 4, I don't really care at this point, but I'm 180 pounds, I'm 5'2", and I have got to do something because I am 100% miserable the way that I look and feel, and I have 4 kids that were 5 months, 2, I guess they were 4 and 6 at the time, and I had to do something. So I messaged her on Facebook. I was probably the easiest challenge pack sale she's ever had, because I said, I don't know what you're doing, but I want to do it. And that was it. I made a decision that day that I was going to join her challenge group. Starting on July 15th, 2013, I remember the day. It was also the day I stopped drinking soda and pop, I think you guys say out here. And I haven't had any since, so that's like a big win for me. It was an addiction that I had. Regular Pepsi, I went through the dollar drive-through like twice a day, got a large for $1. And that was just the thing that I did. But on July 15th, first day of my challenge group, I gave that up. Never looked back. So I joined our challenge group. I got amazing results. I'll show you them in a minute. And everything was great. After 30 days, I actually decided to become a coach because I posted my results on Facebook. I thought, what better way to keep myself accountable and to actually continue doing this than to post them out there? So I did. After I did that, I got all these messages, and my coach goes, you know what? You can either sign these people up or I can. And I was like, oh, okay, well then I guess I'm gonna be a coach. So I signed up. And I never looked back. I had no idea what I was getting into, but I never looked back. And 40 months later, I'm still in Success Club. I have never missed a month. So I'm one of those red personalities, much like Farron. You tell me what to do, I'm gonna do it. My coach told me, this is what you need to do to be successful. I did it. Somewhere along the way, I lost myself. Let me show you those results I was talking about. First transformation is in the top corner. I know it's small, but you get the idea. That was from July 2013 to November 2013. I completed Turbo Fire, and I went on to do Insanity. I lost 38 pounds and 33 inches. I was feeling on top of the world. I was signing up challengers. It came pretty easy to me, to be honest. I was posting on social media. I was sharing my story. Life was good. I just continued to do it. I just stayed true to it. But somewhere along the way, I put myself on a back burner. And it was not an overnight thing. This was a slow fade. It was something that I didn't even realize was happening, to be very honest with you. But I slowly let one cheat meal a week turn into 2, and then maybe 3. I never allowed that pop to come back into my life, but I did allow other things that I knew were not on my meal plan to come up. I stopped taking time to meal plan and prep. And I put so much time into my challengers and my coaches and other people on my team that like I said, I put myself on the back burner. Before I knew it, I had gained back some weight. I didn't really even realize how much weight. I think I was in denial. But I knew my business was suffering. I was struggling to hit Success Club. I never missed it, but it was a struggle. So what do we do when we're struggling? We go to our coach, our upline. And so that's what I did. I gave her a call one day. We had one of our touch bases. And she said, "Can I be honest with you?" And I said, "Oh, of course. You know, I value your opinion." She said, "You have not been sharing your personal fitness journey on your page like you used to. You know, that's a vital behavior, be a product of the product, and you're not doing that. You have backstepped in your fitness, and that's where you were drawing your market." So it was a hard pill to swallow. I'm telling you what, I hung up the phone that day. I didn't like her very much in that moment. I'm going to be honest. But do you know what? She was a mentor to me that day, not my friend. She told me what I needed to hear because I gave her permission to do so. She said, "Can I be honest with you?" And I said, "Yes." That conversation changed my life. I'm going to be 100% frank. So I boo-hooed a little bit, and then I pulled up my big girl pants, and I said, "You have a decision to make. What are you going to do about this?" Well, that was in October. I got some counseling. I decided that I was pretty sure I was suffering from binge eating disorder. I was. And, I didn't mean to, I was suffering from binge eating disorder, so I came out about that on social media. I got really real with myself. I told my followers, I made a tear-felt video, and I exposed myself for the fraud that I pretty much had been. And I shared the struggle that I had with food and how I plan to overcome it. And I made a commitment that our new program, Hammer and Chisel, was coming out, and I was going all in. I got amazing response to that video. So many people reaching out to me saying, "Oh my goodness, I know exactly what you're talking about. Let's do this together," that type of thing. It was just really relatable. So somehow, over that 1.5-year time frame, 2-year time frame, I ended up back to that picture in the bottom right. That was me on December 7th, 2015, the first day of Hammer and Chisel. That's hard to look at. I'm going to be very honest. But I knew when I took those pictures, they were going to be my goodbye pictures. So I went all in. I did not miss a day. 60-day program. And I couldn't even do one push-up. There's a lot of push-ups in Hammer and Chisel. I couldn't even do one, but I started on my knees. By week 2, I probably could do 2. By the end, I was doing 20-some. And it was challenging, but the challenge is what changes you. So after 2 months, Autumn Calabrese and Siggy shared my transformation. Like, who does not want that? Like, that was so humbling. It also created a lot of controversy because when you have that much change in that little time, you have some skeptics. Controversy is not a bad thing though, because it brought me a lot of new followers and it created my market. I finally realized who I was in this business. And so my struggle turned into, you know, my asset. I took I took that binge eating disorder and I took my coming out story, I shared it with the world, and then now, moving forward, I use that as my message, and I use that to help other people that are going through the same thing. I think a lot of times, we're afraid to share those struggles. As a red personality, I don't want to show my faults. I don't think any personality wants to show their faults. You don't want to show your weaknesses. But guess what? Nobody wants perfect. Nobody relates to perfect. None of us are perfect. If you would just get real on your page and be you, you are gonna attract so many more people, I promise. So if you're struggling to discover your niche, that's what you need to do. And we've already heard that from Katie. That is exactly what happened with me as well. So I transformed my life in a year. After I finished Hammer and Chisel, I went on to the next, and I shared everything with everyone. I post my videos, I post my pictures, and they see me show up day after day. So those doubters that maybe saw my first transformation probably started following. No, I put in the work. I had this little quote I wanted to share with you. Those ladies that were attracted to me, you know, the ones that message me now and say, I see myself in you. You're a busy mom, you have 4 kids, you have 2 jobs. I don't know how you find time to make this work, but if you can do it, I can do it. Those are my market. That's what I'm looking for. Those are the people I'm speaking to in my posts and my videos. How awesome is it to be able to connect with those people and be able to say, man, I see myself in them now. I go back and I see myself 3.5 years ago. So sorry. And I see myself 13 months ago. I was able to lose, I feel really bad. I did that. I was able to lose 57 pounds in the past year, and I obviously feel better than ever, but it's not about that. It was about the life transformation that occurred in this whole process. I just want others to look at me and say, why not me? And that's honestly what you should do in your business. So if I can give you anything, it's just to be real and be raw. Don't be afraid to share the bad stuff. Use your struggle, make it your message. If you struggle with personal fitness, I hope that there's this spark inside of you that maybe makes you want to share. It will make you more accountable. Fan that flame. Believe in yourself. I'll end with this. I want you to plug in and recommit. Become a challenger again. This setback turned comeback for me, like I said, has been such a blessing. It continues to keep me accountable in my own fitness journey. And I may not have went where I intended to go originally, but I think I've ended up right where I was meant to be. Thanks, guys.